Mark, have you seen Unitree's new robot?
I have. It's all over the internet.
Yeah, it does a cartwheel. It's super awesome. What's even cooler, like I did a YouTube short for this. Like it also just does like karate at the end of their promotional video. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely really interesting. I mean, we have robots like I have Desk Buddy right here, and you have Tripedal right there. So the company overall is doing a lot of neat stuff. It has a diverse toolbox of robots. It's pretty inspiring. It'd be really cool to have a
Yeah, they
company
put they
with a
put
bunch
the
of
the
different
wheels
robots.
on the dog robot, and it does like the craziest stuff with wheels because you have a robot dog with wheels. But really, they're like robot dogs and humanoids. I thought they had more robots in their portfolio. They just have like different versions of them, and they do have a robot arm. So what's really cool about Unitree, and I wanted to talk about Unitree before they even came out with that like $5,900 cartwheel robot. It's a Chinese based company, and they're going for like an IPO. And honestly, I don't even know entirely what that means based off of like a Chinese company. But I was more interested in a company that posts a lot of their stuff on GitHub and has a lot like use ROS, the robot operating system, to control the robot. And there's like viral videos of like the robot spazzing, like when it falls over, or, like hitting people, or like sitting on a lift. I'm sure you've seen this. Have you seen those videos of it spazzing?
Yeah, yeah, and I've checked out some of the stuff they have on GitHub. They use Gazebo for simulations. They have a lot of wrappers for a lot of the other open source robotics tools. But yeah, they're definitely using RAWs, and it's neat that they're taking that open source approach. So
Yeah,
we're
it
building robots in our basement, but the idea is you can buy the hardware and then opt in for free updates or write your own code for the robot, and it's like a part of the plan. It's not something you have to hack together.
Yeah, and that's why like even like when space rocket companies like Rocket Lab or whatever go publicly traded, and like I said, I don't know the business level of a Chinese company being publicly traded, but you can imagine like the stock drops when the robot goes viral for spazzing, um, or like freaking out. But this is actually like not a function of it being like a Chinese company. I think it's more like it's a function of like this is an open source as is free to use like software to control the robot. So like they're definitely leaning into, hey, we're just gonna develop these robots for as cheap as physically possible, and we're actually relying on a lot of like the open sourceness and like community for like actually like developing the software. So I think that's where you're going to see those issues more because it's relying on open source software. Whereas like in
Yeah,
America,
one
like there's like Figure, and even like the Tesla Optimus, like multi-billion-dollar companies, departments of software developers, closed software versus open source. And it just seemed cool because like even before the cartwheel robot, it's like, hey, that's kind of like what we're trying to do. So it's
Yeah,
like we
so
should watch
something
this.
about the cartwheel robot that's pretty interesting is that it doesn't have hands, right? And it's a $6,000 robot. So the idea here is there's still the huge problem that the Optimus robot and all the other robots are encountering is the product market fit.
Yeah,
So
it's got the Lego
if you're
hands. I think it's kind of funny.
yeah, so you and I sold at flea markets as kids, and so they've had the dog that does the backflip at the flea market
Yeah,
for
like the toy dog.
30
Yeah.
30 years now. So this is just kind of a $6,000 toy dog that does the backflip on some level. It doesn't have hands. It can do a lot of cool other stuff. You can put the boxing gloves over its like nubby hands and play boxing with it. But the it's definitely still in that toy range where a lot of people, at least the comments on the internet, are asking for these robots to fold their laundry and do their dishes. And
Yeah.
the yeah, So
Yeah,
it's a
Figure
cool
Robot
thing.
just had a video of it finally doing laundry stuff, and it's using like a 5 gallon hard plastic bucket to hold the laundry. Did you see that one?
No, I
It's
haven't
kind
seen
of
that.
funny, but I mean, yeah, and like we studied economics in college. I'm very skeptical of like leasing out a car to do your laundry. Like if you told me, oh, I'll just pay you like a car's salary every year to do your own dishes and laundry. It's like I don't know if I'm spending 40 grand on a robot to do laundry, or I don't know if that's like not me, but like I don't know if it's economically scalable. So yeah,
No, but
definitely in the toy
we're
range.
obviously closer to it being economic, like economically sound than we ever have been in human history, and we're going to keep
No,
working towards it.
for
It's just
sure.
it's interesting to point out that this robot's making a lot of noise. It's really cool looking. It can do a lot of neat stuff. It $6,000 is obviously a lot of money for a consumer, but on the lower, if not the lowest humanoid robot I've seen that can walk around at that size, but it doesn't have hands. It's not a platform that can fit all these market needs that people are talking about.
I could, well, I would find it very interesting that there was like and I don't even know the battery life on this thing, right? Like imagine like a construction environment where you just need like someone to walk tools from one side of the site to the other. So you don't want to like pay like a laborer. It's
Yeah,
like,
the
oh, well, I just have my
Mickey
robot.
Mouse broom. You just
Yeah.
got that Mickey Mouse broom
It's like,
robot.
yeah. Yeah, well, not even. I mean, I would argue the dexterity to sweep is like insane. This robot's not capable of it. I'm talking about like hand it the
Oh, dude,
tool
that's
bag.
not what I'm talking about. You know what
I
I'm
know.
talking about? The
Yeah.
Fantasia, the with the
Fantasia. That's
buckets of water.
yeah. But all I'm saying is like I wonder what's like an actual like high utility application for this because they have a very competitively priced robot dog. It's like $1,600, and I
Right.
mean if you're just delivering payloads, and they even have a dog that has like the Boston Dynamics Spot Mini like snake mouth arm face thing, and it's like I don't know. Man, I don't know what this cartwheeling robot does that the dog wouldn't do. And the dog probably does it better. It's probably the battery in the dog's probably better and more efficient and less prone to falling over. So no, but it's
Yeah,
definitely very
especially
cool.
the Return to Oz nightmare dogs with the wheels. They definitely have to have some kind of range or battery life that none of the other dogs or robots have.
Yeah, well, I just want to mention like just watching this company because it publicly traded is really cool, or even just a company in general that has similar goals
Well,
to us.
has
Where
it gone IPO yet,
no,
or is it
no,
about
it
to?
hasn't. But it's they've gotten like millions of dollars in sales. I've seen online, or like pre-sales or something, or pre-investment or commitments. So it looks like it's good to go. But even if it wasn't, I'm just and it's a Chinese company. Where like we're starting an American robotics company. Um, so it's not going to translate well. But I always imagined like our portfolio core being like the three-legged walking robot, the robot arm, the S Buddy that we have, and then like maybe like a rover, and just having like a small portfolio. Because if you go onto Unitree's website, I think they do sell different grippers for hands, but they could be like replacement parts. But it just seems really hard to have that huge Rolodex of like Swiss Army knife company of 10 or 20 different kinds of robots. Like obviously getting a drone would be cool and just anything like boats. Like I've seen lots of videos where on like online where like electricians and construction people like that have the RC cars are like using them for like crawl spaces and attics and stuff. I feel like a rover like Turtlebot is such a great introductory robot project for people. I'm just surprised like there isn't a rover that has really shined like Turtlebot has, like indoor outdoor size rover. Um, but like there are cool companies like in our area, like Philadelphia has one called Boro, that pulls things along, and it's like an outdoor rover in a way, but it's for like agricultural use. But this is just like definitely like the company that I think I want to watch because I feel like it's very similar vibes to what we're trying to do.
Yeah, yeah, definitely want to keep an eye on it too.
Okay, well, we've seen the Unitree robot. This is awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps us out. Small channel. This is episode 1 of Have You Seen?